Good morning, Dubai. Today we spoke about how the UAE identified men arrested in Moldovan murder. And as well, people burst into applause when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed threw the J1 beach. And later on, how Salama responded to Christmas tree criticism on social media and a debate that has been sparked by a woman on healthy boundaries with house help. And so, if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through all of the trending stories that you and me are talking about. Our top story today: the UAE identifies men arrested for the Moldovan murder.
As well, people burst into applause when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed threw the J1 beach.
Salama responds to Christmas tree criticism.
As well, a Dubai woman sparks debate on social media regarding healthy boundaries with house help.
And later on in the show, we're going to be live with the 2 times world record holder Aquaman, talking all about his latest triumphs.
And as well, in today's rapid weather report, it's highs of 31 degrees. Humidity is at 75%, and you can expect potential dust storms and rainfall from Wednesday to Friday. I'm excited. I want
No, you're not excited. Why do people get excited about the rain? I know it's like the most I clearly didn't grow up in Dubai's thing to say, but like, I love the sun. It makes getting out of bed so much easier. Why would we be excited for the rain?
I mean, it's like for a short period of time. That's why, it's very exclusive. But what's not exclusive? Kids on social media. Yeah. The other day I was on Instagram Reels, and you know how like one reel leads you to another, and I kid you not, I saw kids that are 7, probably 6, I don't know, 8 max years old, and they are using social media like they are adults.
Like they actually have their own accounts?
Their own accounts, fine. That's one thing. But the other thing,
there's rules on that. I don't think
there is content. The content that they are sharing, Casey, I swear to God, it boiled my blood.
What was it like?
It was like a kid. Keep in mind, a kid. Hi guys, so get ready with me to go to school. I don't know. I have a lot of drama with this girl. Like I know the guy that it's like.
Are you joking?
No.
A 7-year-old?
A 7-year-old. And I'm like, how come and how would her mother allow that? And then later on, I found out that her mother actually has a TikTok account with her daughter.
Kim Kardashian has one with Northwest.
But
that's
it's
the problem.
regulated. It's not like that, like the content that's posted. If I show you the content, I kid you not, it's so disturbing. And all I can think of is how did the mother allow that to go through?
Well, the mother, like, as in the mothers of the 7-year-olds that have TikTok accounts like this, they're shooting it. Like, there's no way that was shot and produced and uploaded by a 7-year-old unless they're smarter than I think they are.
There is way, trust me.
No, but 7-year-olds could do it themselves. I'm saying the mom obviously did that, right?
I mean, I don't know, but like there is like, for example, like a video, okay, between the girl and her mother. The girl, again, she's a 7-year-old. When I was 7 years old, and if I talked like that to my mom would be like, Farah, go to your room and don't talk to me again until you come and apologize.
Why? What was she saying?
And there was like this trend of like, we listen but we don't judge, right? And it's like where they share secrets that they had done, and things like that. And then the mother said to her daughter, like, we listen but we don't judge. The food that I make is not, I don't make it. I get it ready. And then the girl literally, she goes like, "Ugh, mom."
This is a thing that parents, I saw another video and it's like parents like to show their kids acting bratty as though it's a behavior, and it's like, you're creating a monster. Literally, it's so bad. I really don't like seeing kids on social media to the point that the parents are encouraging the kids to act up. Like when you see a kid acting defiantly, like there's a bit of like, the parent is obviously intentionally shooting this. Maybe the kid has done this before and the parent intentionally like gets them to kind of recreate the behavior or something like that. And it's like, stop focusing so much on social media. You've got a life outside the walls of your phone.
Literally.
Anyway.
But there's a funny video. There's a funny video that I'm going to show you later on of like a kid who did not get out of her bed because like she's too short because she's a baby. She's a kid. She tried to like, oh, wake up with me, let's get ready to go to school together. And she wanted to get out of her bed, but because like she's a baby and she had to Kind of like
So this is the thing, the parents are creating that, like that's obviously not the kids. I can't get on board with it, I really can't. 7:34, let's jump in to our top story of the day.
Well, UAE identifies men arrested in Moldovan murder. The UAE Ministry of Interior has identified 3 men arrested in connection with the murder of the Moldovan national Zvi Kogan. His body was found on Sunday after he was reportedly missing by his family. Now, the suspects, all of Uzbek nationality, are named as Olympi Tohirovic and as well Mahmoud Jun, Abdulrahim, and as well Aziz Bek Kimolovich.
It's worth noting that the deceased arrived into the country under his Moldovan passport. The UAE's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through Majid Al-Mansouri, the director of the Foreign National Affairs Department, has been in close contact with the Kogan's family to provide support. Al-Mansouri has also been working closely with the Moldovan embassy in Abu Dhabi.
As well, the Ministry of Interior emphasized the UAE's commitment to ensuring the safety and security of all residents, citizens, and as well visitors. They as well affirmed the dedication to upholding the country's laws to maintain peace and social harmony.
Let's move into our next story. 7:36, we're talking about the fact that people burst into applause when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed walked through J1 Beach. It's not just any Sunday when you're sitting in Dubai at a restaurant and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, walks through. So here he is. He actually walked through a number of restaurants. So he's down at J1 Beach, which is a brand new venue destination in Dubai. So for example, we've got like City Walk, we've got Blue Waters, we've got what used to be Le Mer is now called J1 Beach. And it's kind of a lot of super high-end luxury beach clubs. They're fabulous. I was lucky enough to go to Gigi Rigolato, which is this kind of Italian vibe, super cool. But they're also opening Ninive there, Bauli, African Queen. There's a whole new Kaimana beach. And it's basically bringing like flavors of luxury to the city. But what I think is super cool is he's just going to
His Highness
checking it out to see what's happening in his city.
I love how humble he is. I love how if like back in my home country, if the presidents would walk, he wouldn't even go. But he is so humble and he's aware of like Dubai and he wants to know what's going on in Dubai and all of the projects that came out. And after, as you said, La Mer closed and now it's J1 Beach. I was like, I just want to go check it out.
So true. Like it's so humble and I just think it shows, it's like a small, subtle hint of just impressive leadership of like, as you said, he just wants to go check it out. He's curious as to, here's me guessing, curious as to like what is happening in the city. And this is quite a major opening. And I loved like in the first video, people burst into applause.
Of course.
Right? Like, I think
course.
it's so impressive. Like, I feel like I would stand.
I mean,
just as a mark of respect, like you would stand, I'm not sure, but I just think it shows like, even though we're diverse,
nationalities and
population
everything,
nationalities and 90% of us aren't from here.
Yeah.
So no doubt 90% of that restaurant isn't from here, but yet everyone respects.
For sure. Because everyone respects him because like he made Dubai. Like Dubai is Dubai right now because of what the rules that he created and the things and the projects and the millions of dollars that he put in all of the projects. But I don't know if I see him, I think I would get so out of character. I would freak out and I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, hi, my name is Farah and I live in New York City and
thank you.
Thanks.
And yeah, I would be this, I just wouldn't know. But I think on that is what makes Dubai is the, it's a very tolerant city to live in. We all live here peacefully and, tolerance and, respect is like one of the threads of the city that keeps it so together, which leads us nicely into the next story.
Exactly. So speaking of tolerance and respect, Salama responds to Christmas tree criticism. Now, Salama recently faced online criticism for having a Christmas tree in her home. And in a response to the backlash, Salama has taken to social media to clarify her stance on the subject. And her message is one of tolerance tolerance, inclusion, and understanding. She explained that her decision to put up a Christmas tree was not just about celebrating the holiday itself, but promoting a spirit of inclusion and love. And in her post, she addressed critics saying, "Do you know anything about the rules of regulation? Before you go crazy, educate yourself about kids on the spectrum."
She went on to explain that celebrations, regardless of the occasion, have a positive impact on children, particularly those with autism spectrum disorder. So Salama highlighted that such celebrations help children when what she calls the green zone, a state of happiness, pride, calm and focus. She said people of determination have more tolerance than me and you combined when they celebrate every holiday, including Eid. It puts them in the green zone.
As well, Salama's message is clear. Tolerance, love, and the celebration of diversity should be embraced. Now, her household is a shining example of how acceptance can bring people of all backgrounds together, and her decision to decorate a Christmas tree reflects that belief. I love that because I relate to her. I relate to the hate as a Muslim when you put a Christmas tree in your house. You get a lot of slack from your community around you.
How so? As in, like, if people are visiting, would you feel? So, do you have a Christmas tree?
We do celebrate Christmas, and we do have like Christmas trees and everything, and it's like a tradition, right? And it's very nice. It's beautiful. I go to Christmas markets all the time, and I just like, and I wear red, and I'm in this Christmas spirit. Does not mean I'm necessarily celebrating the Christmas the way Christians do. But I like the vibe. I want to be in the vibe, just like how Christians can maybe sometimes we invite them over for Ramadan.
Of course.
Right? How they fast during Ramadan and how they break their fast as well for Eid.
So
right?
True, because you just want, it's part of the city.
Exactly.
You know, and I always feel like when Diwali comes around and the lights go up and people are like, is this for Christmas or Diwali? But it might actually be like people celebrating early or late, depending. But it's what the city kind of allows. And I think the conversation as to whether or not you have a Christmas tree, I think it's unfair that she was getting slack on it.
Of course, but
and that she had to defend herself.
It's a Muslim thing. It's a we call them in on social media haram police. It's like, oh yeah, haram, you're wearing you're showing your shoulders, haram, you're gonna go hell. Oh, you are celebrating Christmas, haram. Oh, you're celebrating that, haram. It's like, who are you to decide what's haram and what's not haram when God is forgiving and we live in a country that's filled with like tolerance and acceptance of all nationalities and all religions?
Yeah, on the tolerance side, I've spoken to a few people who just said, yeah, we do a Christmas tree every year just because, as you said, like it's just a vibe.
Exactly.
So you're not actually celebrating it for the religious purposes. But I think it's, the city, depending on any religious celebration, you feel it. So you feel Diwali, you feel Christmas, you feel Eid. And then, like, why not, if you have a 3-year-old kid, why not have something like a flashing Christmas tree? Because they're magical in your home.
Exactly, and it's very cute.
I need to get mine up, speaking of. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do a Christmas tree this year, but I'll do a wreath on the door. Because I'm traveling for Christmas, so I just feel like it's a bit of an effort to bother to put up a Christmas tree.
No, it's cute. Yeah, it's a cute, activity between you and your future hubby.
Yeah, I hadn't really planned it this year.
You should. You really should. It makes me happy, like when I go even to Carrefour and I see like the Christmas trees, I'm like, oh, it's time. Like that.
Usually every year I do it anyway.
Yeah.
7:43. Speaking of debate, a woman sparks debate on healthy boundaries for house help. I look at our LED. I looked up Dubai living room. This is what came up, but obviously this is not what our living rooms look like. Imagine a Christmas tree in the corner. So a Dubai woman shared a vlog discussing boundaries for her household help, and it's going viral. The title, POV, you caught your maid slouching on the sofa. So in the video, you can see it. She basically explains, I caught my maid on camera slouching like this, and she kind of reads back like that, and she's chilling on her phone. And she said, look, she's millennial and her maid is Gen Z, highlighting that they're from different generations. And although she says, she's not a pro at managing household help, as the maid is a new hire, she's unsure what counts as a boundary versus what's overreacting.
That's very tricky because this woman as well emphasized that her maid is good at her work but struggles with defining clear limits. Now she poses the question to her audience, how do you set boundaries for your maid? Am I overreacting? I think, I don't want to call anyone out, but I think this is totally normal for her to slouch on the couch. It's because, like, number one, she is cleaning your house. She's managing everything. People who knock the door, any deliveries that are coming in, making sure the house is clean, making sure the rooms and making sure everything is like organized, right? So I don't know. I think like this is like normal because like
it's her home.
I know. It's her home.
I think we need to before we like say that the woman is wrong. It would be always good to get more context from her, right? So like if the house help lives in the home 6 days a week, like of course she needs to sit on the couch. However, I always see questions like this on all the Facebook groups, on the Dubai Mums group, because people are unsure of boundaries for home help, because it is a really tricky one to manage. The person is in your home, looking after your kids, yet they're your employee. So while you want them to feel super comfortable, you also want things done just so. For example, this is one example of a home health slouching on the couch. I have a friend who highlighted that when her home help was looking after her child, the home help was always on the phone. And it's like, well, that's working hours. So but then is she working? How many hours a day is she working? I think it needs to be very clear.
I think
work versus chill time.
I think, you know, like you said something earlier that she is from Generation Z, and the owner of the house is a millennial. Now, for Gen Z people, it's like they're like, you know what? If we're doing our job and the house is clean and everything is fine, then why would she give me some slack because I want to rest on the couch? That's how I would assume the Gen Z helper would reply. However, with the millennial, because maybe I think that she wants boundaries because she doesn't like maybe her sitting on the sofa. Maybe the sofa is expensive. Maybe I don't know. But it's like I don't know. To me, I don't see like anything wrong with her slouching on the couch if she is doing her job. If she is slacking, yeah, for sure, you can maybe have a conversation with her and tell her like, hey, you're not doing ABC. What's going on? Yeah,
I agree. I think if the person, the employee lives in the home 6 days a week, they have to feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Therefore, no furniture should be off limits.
Exactly.
But if the person is asking, now there might be other context to it. Maybe the employee comes in for 6-7 hours a day, and therefore, if you want to set that boundary, say, look, you've got your lunchtime, and then you've got like, because obviously it's a job that requires you to be on your feet. So like, you have your lunchtime, you have your break times, and then. Because like when you're at work, you need to be working. So like give them, or maybe like every hour, whatever, you get your break or something like that. But like, it's like if you're at work, you're working. So if they want to set those boundaries, but I think maybe at the end of the day, if she's doing a good job, I think you're lucky. I think if you trust the person in your home, I think that's the main thing.
I agree. And as long as like, you know, she is clean and she is not like, she's not messy, she's like cleaning the floor, and then she's like, oh yeah, you know what, I'll just like slouch for like a second and relax for a minute.
I wonder, I wish the word slouch kind of changes it, right? Because it's like she's just sitting. I don't know, and I'm sure there's more context to that story, but in general, it is a really tricky one to navigate, and I think clear boundaries.
They're very essential.
Are essential.
They really are essential. Like, you know, like she shouldn't get into the owner's room, she shouldn't open the drawers, she shouldn't, maybe these things. But to the extent of her, like, I don't know, slouching on the couch, I think.
But I think so. How you said that there is like, what matters to one person doesn't matter to another. So like, if you, for example, like going into the room, it's not, you know, some people may not think it's a big deal. So, but it's like, as the employer, you need to be clear with them on the boundaries, and then if they don't like it, they could leave. Now, obviously, you also need to be fair. You need to be clear and fair on your boundaries.
She's human.
Because it's human, but like you also need to be, I remember seeing a Facebook group about a conversation saying, you know, we don't have a lot of money, we have home help, and we put a lot of our money into healthy eating. So I buy all organic, and we buy nuts, and we can't eat these all the time because they're expensive. But then the home help is like you know, I said she could have everything, but then like so it's like that's just a conversation you need to have with the person in your home. That's what's okay, what's not okay.
I think it should
rather than complaining online about
I agree, and I think it should be done like I would assume that they got the helper from an agency. I think it should be communicated to the agency and to the whole company before the helper ever comes, because later on, if anything happens, it's going to be like you talk to the agency like, hey, your helper that you provided me is not abiding by the rules that I had initially told you about.
Yeah, I agree. It's so interesting because this conversation in most countries, you know, it's like people are like, you're so lucky to have someone in your home helping. You know, other countries would cry out for it.
We are privileged, for sure.
Privileged. Okay, 8:50. The clock up there says 7:50. Like, are we an hour early? 8:50. It means it's time to welcome world record holder Aquaman, talking about his triumphs and achievements. He'll be with us after this very short break, so please stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Shahab Alam, aka Aquaman, an extraordinary athlete who's broken world records. He is the first man to ever swim in Dubai Canal, a 2 times monofin world champion, and a 2 times Guinness World Record holder, including one for swimming a great distance while wearing handcuffs. How did he do it? We're going to find out. Welcome to the show, Aquaman. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for hosting me. Happy to be with you.
Thank you for being here. Honestly, like looking at the footage of you with handcuffs and wanting to swim gave me a lot of anxiety. So it makes me want to ask you, like, you were the furthest swimmer in distance while wearing handcuffs. Why did you do it?
I would like to show my sport in a different way. I would like to also to prove myself how far can I go with the thing that I love. I love swimming. And I didn't just wanted to make it as a long swim for everybody to watch. I wanted to make it an extreme challenge, and even for me, when I thought about it first time, I didn't know if this is something I can do, cannot do. But here, when you try the thing, when it comes as an idea in the beginning, you try and you see if it will work. So this gave me enough adrenaline that I need.
Can we just give a visual representation of what this might look like? So which parts of you were cuffed and how far did you swim in that position? So like this, cuffed?
Yeah. So the first one was the first one was handcuffs only. Was 2022, and then the next year, the second year, I decided to do handcuffs and leg iron. So the second world record was just a dolphin kick, and I couldn't do any other style. So that's what make it more hard.
So explain what the second world record was. Dolphin kick, both parts cuffed, for how long?
For 6 hours.
Wow, that is absolutely phenomenal. But you're breathing above the water.
Yeah, I have to go up with every kick to breathe. Yeah, but this just takes a lot of time to keep going with the same movement.
Strong man.
I mean, that's like really, like, I'm thinking and I'm trying to imagine myself doing it. But what technique did you use to be able to, you know, like, if I was to, I would have anxiety and I would probably like die. Of course, like, maybe I'm being dramatic, but
do you learn a technique?
There must be, like, I don't know.
A dolphin kick. This is the main technique.
A dolphin.
But you have to, for example, like when you get tired sometime doing the dolphin kick, you might just keep your both feet a little bit further.
Wait, so what's the dolphin kick? Like, it's like you kick your legs?
Yeah, like you kick your legs with both together. You cannot just do every leg separated, or you can just open your leg away from each other, like doing the breaststroke. So the chain of the leg iron was just 15 centimeters. So I cannot just go further than this. So I have to keep kicking with both legs at one limit. At the same for the arms. For example, if I want to do a further movement or something like that, I couldn't, because it was just like about 10 centimeters. It has to be measured as the standard of Guinness World Records. And what makes it harder that I couldn't touch the boat all the time, because it's also one of the rules and the regulations that you have to be away from the boat. So even when I was getting my drinks or water, I was eating just the pieces of chocolate just to give me power, or the Snickers all the time. So I cannot just touch something and do it. So I had to do the dolphin kick while I am cuffed and just drinking or eating.
So interesting that you're eating a Snickers. I'm thinking like, hydration jellies, but Snickers is the food of choice to replenish.
It's chocolate. It's easy to digest. Also, it gives you power. So it has some nuts. So things are, I think it's all what I need. Just mini Snickers.
What does it mean to you personally to achieve this world record?
Personally, it's a journey of doing or proving to yourself is this is who you are or something else, I believe. So I believe the more you do the things that make you excited and more you love, I think it gets you closer to who you are. And doing 6 hours of being underwater, submerged, and just keep pushing and breathing, it's a type of discovery that it's mentally a lot of work, yeah.
During the swim, of course, we all have doubts, but was there like a specific moment where you thought, I'm really going to do this?
Yeah, for sure. It's the first hour of every event. Yeah.
Every time you still get it?
Yeah, every time. You have to get it, and you have to get over it, and then you get to something like, I call it a mechanic mood. Means like you put yourself on the autopilot and you keep just going until your body will fail you. And here is the challenge, is about, is your body gonna fail you, or is it gonna happen?
What, so interesting, what is going through your mind? Is it like, we spoke to someone who broke the record for having his body in the longest yoga pose for like 7 hours, and he said you just go blank. Like, are you thinking like, complicated math sums, that's how I get through running, or do you have a mental technique, or it's total blank, get through this?
It's the first part is full of noise. The first like 1 hour, it's full of excitement and a little of doubts, a little of trying to adapt, to prepare yourself for completing this, or to get your mind to the right mood to complete this. And then you start to have tiredness, and then you start to have a different way of thinking. So you start to face this with distracting. You're trying to sing a song, you're trying to think about a movie, about a story, about the past, about whatever you can do, just to distract yourself. And the more you are just having a challenge with your mental noise and the distraction that you're trying to do, you get to a mood of calmness and peace and just silence. And in this mood is just, I think it's a type of meditation.
I agree. I imagine.
Yeah, it's like
I imagine that's what that's like.
I think I'd be screaming. I'd be like, oh my god, I need help. But I want to ask, of course, the swim must have had a lot of challenges come through. So if you can recall one challenge that was very unexpected that had happened during the swim, what would it be?
Like something I would just think that could be unexpected to happen.
A challenge.
A challenge.
Yes.
I would say that in the sea is never unexpected, because you are facing a current, you are facing the waves. You might just find yourself touching a jellyfish. So you never know. This is the things that could be unexpected.
But what happens if a jellyfish stings you?
Will burn your skin, yeah, and it will be.
Do you continue? Would you continue?
if you are familiar with that type of pain, maybe. But if not, then you have just to scream and go outside to find something to put in your skin.
But interesting on like a jellyfish touching you, because that I would say would be a minimal risk in terms of what you do. And some people would say that pushing your body this much is more harmful than inspiring. Like, how do you respond to that? Like, would you say it's safe what you do?
I would just hold the pain, I believe, and just keep going. Unless if it's really harming my body, that makes my body stop. But when I am deciding to start this challenge, I have a promise with myself before starting the challenge that this will be completed anyway. So I have to prepare myself mentally, physically, as much as I can to face any challenge, just to make it done.
As a 2 times Manofi world champion, does it differ from other forms of competitive swimming?
When you mean breaking world records?
Yeah, of course.
It is different because this is a challenge with yourself. When I was competing with other people, also it was a world champions. But when you get to be the first place world champion, and then you ask yourself, what could be the reason for make you going? Is it just to challenge yourself? Is it to keep yourself on the top? I think we are competitive swimmers. We don't have, or any competitive athlete, we cannot just keep going without putting a goal somewhere in the front. This is what keeps us training, what keeps us waking up and train more and more. Without a goal, I believe that I won't be able to continue.
Well, we will move shortly on to what goal is coming next, but I have to ask, in terms of your preparation, which do you think is more important, the physical aspect or the mental aspect to complete a challenge such as you've done?
Long distance is a lot of mental challenge. You could be physically prepared, but if mentally you will fail to keep up, you won't be able to continue. Even if you are prepared to swim the longest distance ever, mentally has to be prepared. Yeah.
Top notch.
Do you ever feel like giving up? Like you were like in the swim and you're like, oh, why am I doing this to myself?
100%, yeah.
And how do you combat that?
Reminding myself how much I was tired to prepare for that, I believe. Yeah, reminding myself that this is your day, and this is your only chance to prove to yourself how much strong you are to complete this, because you don't know how much will be like it would be so bad just to not complete it, and to feel like everyone is waiting outside, waiting for you to do this. There's a lot of trust here. My group, the team is always with me, is just friends and family, and people that just volunteering to help me to achieve this dream. So I don't want to disappoint any of them. Yeah.
Dubai's very own Aquaman. Before you leave us, we mentioned, you have to have a goal about what's coming next. So you've just been given a Guinness World Record for an achievement, but do you have a plan for what you'd like to do next?
100%.
Go on.
So it's gonna be the longest distance. I won't be able to speak in details, but it's gonna be the longest distance I ever swam. It's gonna be much more excited than even swimming with handcuffs and leg iron. It's gonna be this next year, and I'm preparing so much for this. Taking place in UAE as usual. But it's gonna be really nice. Amazing. So well, absolutely best of luck. We hope to hear all about it as it happens. Where can people follow your journey if they'd like to know more? Aquaman DXB, Instagram, my Instagram page, and Lovin Dubai is gonna announce this soon. So Lovin Dubai is my favorite page actually.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much for that. Thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it. We wish you best of luck in your next endeavour. We can't wait to hear more about the story. Dubai's very own Aquaman joining us today. That brings us to the end of the show. Before we leave the show, we've got the kids from Dar Al Mafa watching from behind the scenes. They're all jumping up and down. So if you hear that rapping, that's them behind the scenes. Hey guys. But that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. See you then. Bye bye.